Hello, everybody. Dr. Alex. Hello, everybody. Dr. Alex here again. Today, I wanted to talk to you, actually compare two different time periods. So, I grew up in the Soviet Union, and I moved to America when I was still a kid. But I remember how economic conditions affected people's lives during the Soviet Union, during the collapse of the Soviet Union. So I can tell you that I went through two different depressions during the Soviet Union era, when Soviet Union collapsed, and when another depression when economy collapsed in 1998. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about here. Some comparisons from what I remember happened during those times, and I see some similarities what is happening right now. So when the Soviet Union collapsed, the economy was still strong, and we had a lot of dependent people that were getting paid from the government to do their jobs, right? So when Soviet Union collapsed, government was not responsible for those people anymore, and a lot of those people lost their jobs. So they, first of all, didn't know what to do, right? Because all they knew is that government will always help them, government will always be there, and they were dependent on that. When Soviet Union collapsed, well, government was not responsible for their debts anymore, and the government was not responsible for those people anymore. So there was a lot of hardships that happened, and again, I see that today that there are a lot of people here in the United States that are dependent on the government and counting on the government. So again, all I'm encouraging you to do is to start thinking, what if something happens? What if government cannot take care of you anymore for whatever reason, right? I'm not saying that United States government will collapse, but what I'm saying is that one day maybe United States government is not going to be able to take care or print any more money, take care of people or print any more money. So again, you need to have plan B. Another big thing that happened during those times is hyperinflation. So government was printing a lot of money, and we had hyperinflation. So prices were going up at tremendous speed, 50%, 100% a day. So again, people that were saving money and had some savings with them, they lost everything overnight because prices, again, they were going up like crazy. So imagine you go into work today, right? So you work for the whole day, and by end of the day, pretty much your salary is almost eaten up by hyperinflation. I hope that it's not going to happen here in the United States, but by the speed that the government is printing money today, again, we might hit that speed of inflation. So be aware. I wanted to talk to you also a little bit about what does it mean to print money, because again, during the collapse of Soviet Union, Russia printed and printed and printed. It changed money couple of times. So what happened is that when you print more money, when people, majority of people, they don't know the laws of money, they don't know the rules of money, they don't know what it means when there is more money printed. And I encourage you to learn that. I encourage you to learn hyperinflation. I encourage you to learn what does it mean when government prints money. So in short, what happens is that there is more money in a circulation, so it creates inflation. Inflation means increased prices, so prices go up every single time. So the more money we print, the dollar loses its value and prices keep going up and up and up. So now think about it. Your salary goes up maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4% a year, maybe, right? What if prices go up 10%, 20%, 30% a year? That's what hyperinflation means. Now, your salary is not going to be able to keep up with that. And that's exactly what was happening after the Soviet Union collapsed, that, a lot of people were getting their salaries and hyperinflation were eating it all up. So they could not afford even the basic things because their salaries were not increasing as fast. Take that into consideration. Keep that in mind. That's something that might happen. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, you've heard of that person. He is a very well-known trainer and financial literacy coach. So he recently said that, and I'm quoting him, that recent stimulus is the social welfare for the rich. So all this money that's been printed is going to destroy the dollar. It will bring pretty much our GDP to 115% GDP to debt ratio. That is a big, big amount. At the point where we are today, it's already a big concern. It's already a lot of questions are being asked to the government. How are you going to get that money back? How are you going to repay that debt? Now, we are at about 90% today, so we're going to be at 115% after this $2 trillion are injected into the economy. How are we going to pay that? Are we going to print more money? Are we going to get printing and printing and printing? That is a big question. That is the analogy that I wanted to bring to you for the reason of, again, start thinking, start preparing plan B. What if the economy is not going to be able to survive that crisis? What if the economy needs to restart? What if the stock market will crash again? What if the hyperinflation hits? And what if your salary is not going to go up? What if, God forbids, you are laid off? What are you going to do then? So all those questions, please start asking yourself, are you ready? Are you prepared? Sign up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed yet. We'll be posting more interesting videos, and I'm actually going to launch a series of educational videos for you guys so you can prosper during this challenging economic times, during this virus. And I will teach you techniques, what I'm doing during these times and what I recommend you do, and also how you can prepare to prosper after this virus and actually grow and increase your income after it. Talk soon.